Hey guys, I'm Priyankar from GizBot and today we are going to have a word with Alok Shrivastva from GionE India regarding the company's newly launched product and its strategy for the rest of the year. So, stay tuned. About the product you have launched today.
So today we are launching two models, F2O5 and S11 Lite. These are two models which are going to be an iconic product for this year. We will have many more launches as we go along. We plan to have close to 5-6 launches between next 4 to 5 months. As regard 205 and S11 Lite, these are one which have a full V display, a fingerprint sensor, and the usual in terms of specs. These are high quality products with a great inbuilt quality and also with a great user experience.
And what kind of price?
So F205 will be priced at around 8,999 and S11 Lite will be at 13,999.
And where are you going to place this product?
So our presence is there in across tier, across market, across geography. We have an existing presence of close to 42,000 outlets across country.
Offline, this product is going to be offline or online?
We will be available both offline and online, online as well and offline. Our relationship with online, all key players continues. And the only thing what we are clear about is that, which have been the case with GionE all along, is that we will not compromise on our price. So what price you will get in offline and online would be same. So that becomes a challenge typically in online because they look for discount. But we have a uniform pricing policy. And so thereby offline and online both we have present but at the same price.
How many stores you have right now?
We have, as I said, a retail footprint of 42,000 outlets.
Your own stores?
Not our own stores. This is our multi-brand stores. So that's where we are.
Do you have plan to open your own stores?
Not this year.
What about the competition, Alok? There are so many Chinese players already, and do you think that Xiaomi has eaten your market?
So obviously there are a lot of Chinese players, and but GionE was a pioneer in this market. We came to the market in 2013, and at the time when GionE was, or most Chinese brands were perceived to be a low quality and a low price. But just because the kind of phone we give in terms of quality and experience, we were able to command a premium then. In last 5 years, we have established ourselves as a brand. Last year, we invested a lot of money in building our brand with our association with iconic personalities both in sports and in Bollywood. So we have established ourselves a brand in last 5 years. We have a significant retail footprint and we have a very strong and distribution networks with our key ND, which we call it now, national distributors across. So in what we're going to do is to build on that. And what we see, the market is growing rapidly, and what we see is in terms of smartphones especially growing significantly high this year. So there are competition, there was competition earlier, there were different brands earlier, there are different brands now. But we are clear as to where we are, and we look for a differentiated strategy wherein we look at ourselves and growing our business. What others do, it's good luck to them. But what we are looking at is where we are and how to build business on that. So in the last 6 months, we kind of change some of the way of working. For example, we have come to a more cost efficient way of working, right? Where we are empowering our national distributors to manage, for example, local market completely. Because in current environment, with what's happening with brands, what you're talking about, prices become a key. So you can't have the same cost structure what you had, for example, 5 years. So in last 6 months, we kind of changed those business model, and now we are up and ready to manage the market with a much efficient cost. Right?
So we can say that GionE is now focusing on affordable segment.
No, I would not use the word affordable. The way we read the market is that where the market is going. Obviously, the growth in the market is between 8 to 15,000. That's where people wants the best of experience, the best of quality, the best of specs, right? And we provide that. Right? So it's about what the consumer needs and how many consumers are there in this price segment is what we are talking about. So it's what is affordable to you. Somebody at 15,000 is affordable at 35,000 for somebody. So we don't look at from an affordability point of view. We look for what the consumer needs and expectations are, and we try and fulfill that.
So do you plan to launch high-end phones also, but like on a higher note?
So we are currently focusing this year on a price range between 6 to 20,000 rupees. The reason being, as I said, we see
And that 5 and 6 phones you are planning to launch this year will be in the same price
will be
range.
the same price, right? And the reason being that overall the market growth will be say X%. However, the growth between of this price band would be close to 2.5x or 3x. Since there's a large growth in this price band, so obviously we are focusing on that.
What kind of expectations you have with these products you are launching today?
So we have stated that our goal is to be in the top 5 smartphones this year. Last year we built on brand. This year we're going to focus on building the basic product portfolio, along with spending a lot of money on BTL. So you will not see us a significant presence in of ATL advertising spend. However, you will see us spending a lot of money and visibility. You will see us on the on-ground activation. For example, we have customer loyalty program like GizBot Smile Squad, right? For example, we will have a lot of do campus activity. For example, when you go to a market, you will see our people in terms of managing roadshow. So our physical presence in market and will be much higher than the aerial presence.
And what are your market shares and any market share you are looking at?
So as I said, we are looking at top 5 being the top 5 smartphone brand.
And what kind of strategy you are going to adopt for the same?
So fundamentally, we believe the business is on 3 pillars. One is brand, other is product, and third is channel. So brand, we have there where we are in terms of what we have done in last year. We will, as I said, continue to build on that. Product, as I told you, that we are kind of revamping the whole portfolio and launching much better.
So we can say that Gionee is restructuring.
We have already done that. Restructuring part is already done. We will not even call it restructuring as such. We call it kind of recalibrating, in the sense because in every business situation, business environment, situation keep changing like that. So what we observed, what we done for what successfully for last 5 years, obviously needs to change. And I'm sure what we are planning today will also need to be changed after 2 years. So that's all part of the business, is to you keep evolving and changing yourself. Coming back to your question about what we are doing it like, so as I said, brand, other is about product, where we are talking about these models, and third is about channel. So these are 3 pillars which we work on. And channel, wherein key ND model is one part of it, wherein we are empowering our distributor partners. Retail footprint strengthening is the second part of it. Third important pillar within channel is after sales service. So Gionee has been very clear about that fact that if we don't give customers trust and if we are not fulfilling their need, we will not be able to build a brand. We will not have a trust for the brand, right? So we are looking for a long-term relationship with customer. It's not about just buying and selling once in a life. And that's why we have significant presence in after sales service. We have close to 531 service centers, and we will expand that number to 650.
When?
This year.
This year only.
This year. So while some of the smartphone brands are struggling to manage their after sales service, we are very clear, and all the investments we have done in last.
You're talking about Chinese brand or overall?
We don't specifically talk about Chinese or Indian brands. We call them all our kind of a colleague in the market, like. But there are many brands are struggling, like, and we are, since what we have done in last 5 years, we are in a position now to take off.
So Alok, what are your investment plans?
So as I told you, investment one is in terms of the product and the market, like product we have talked about. Investment in terms of marketing, our budgets will go close to 30% up over the last year, and you would have seen the kind
How much we have spent last year?
We send the kind of investment we have done in terms of visibility and seen all around, like. So that number will go further up this year, and by 30%, and but the significant part of it will be spent on BTL and less on ATL.
Okay, you have launched last year. You have launched M7 Part and S10 Lite. What kind of response you have received, and how many units you have sold?
So we got a terrific response for that. It was up to our expectation. Now we are very excited about these 2 models. We have set an ambitious target for ourselves.
What kind of target you have set for yourself for this product?
So for these price band, there are different expectation here. But in this price band, we will look at close to 30% market in where we are present
in the affordable and the mid segment you're talking about.
As I told you, we don't see that as the affordable, middle and all that. We see price point as a price point, and we see consumer of all types coming at different price point as per their budgets. So we try and meet those expectations.
Alok, what are your plans regarding manufacturing plant? You have 2 manufacturing plants in India, right?
Yeah, we have 2, and one at Vitinoda and one at Andhra Pradesh. So those relationships.
Last year you have invested something in your manufacturing plants.
Yeah, we also talked about our own manufacturing factory here, and that is something which is a process which is on. So we are in discussion, and that process is working.
You are discussion with whom? Any state or some?
That already announced that we are in discussion with Haryana government.
Okay.
An MOU also was signed. So that process is taking time. While we have
How long it will take?
it will take some time because these things do take up some time.
Another manufacturing plant of yours?
No, the plant which I was referring to is not our own plant. They are third-party plant where we manufacture our own products. So these are, one is a Foxconn in fact at HD City.
And then another one you are planning to, that will be yours, right?
Yeah, that will be our own plant.
Okay, and when you are going to announce something on the same?
We will come back to you on that as and when we are able to clear the dates and plan.
We can say that by the end of this year?
We will come back soon on that.
Okay, thank you so much.